Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're doing something a bit different, focusing on just one source. It's a Zillow listing for a home at 57 Derby Lane in Parkton, North Carolina. That's MLS number 1168485. And the agent listed is Deanna, pronounced, I believe, Deanna. So our mission here is basically to pull apart this listing, see what makes this property tick. What caught my eye right away was, okay, it's a pretty new home, but it just had a price cut, and it's USDA eligible. Intriguing.
Yeah, definitely. That combination, it signals a few things that could be really advantageous for a buyer. It's worth looking into.
Absolutely. So let's get the basics down first. 57 Derby Lane, Parkton, North Carolina, 28371, listed right now at $219,500.
Right. And that price, it's not just the number itself. They dropped it by $2,000 back on May 28th. Now, you combine that price cut with the fact it's been listed on Zillow for, 169 days? That tells you something. It likely means the seller is, pretty motivated to close a deal. For you as a buyer, that can mean leverage, not just maybe on the final price, but potentially on other things too, like closing costs.
Okay, good point. Now, something else that really stands out, and maybe makes you do a double take, it says manufactured home, but then it says built in 2023, like just last year. My first thought goes to, older mobile homes. What does manufactured home actually mean today in 2023? Does that recent build date change things?
That's a really important question, and yeah, it's a common point of confusion. Modern manufactured homes, especially one built in 2023, are very different from the mobile homes of decades past. They have to meet strict federal standards set by HUD, that's the Department of Housing and Urban Development. Think of it like a national building code specifically for these homes, covering quality, safety, energy efficiency, sometimes even stricter than local codes for site-built homes. So you're not looking at an old concept. It's essentially a new construction home built to modern standards, often just more affordably.
Okay, that clears things up significantly. So it's a quality new build, just constructed differently. Let's talk features then. Inside, it's got 3 bedrooms, 2 full bathrooms, 1,475 square feet. But the listing highlights specific things: textured walls, cabinets galore, a spacious and open floor plan. What do these tell you?
While those aren't just filler words, textured walls, for instance, add a bit more character than just flat paint on drywall. It feels a bit more custom. Cabinets galore. That speaks volumes about storage, which is always a big plus, especially in kitchens and bathrooms. Practicality. And an open floor plan just makes the space feel bigger, brighter, better for how people live today, entertaining or just family life. It suggests thoughtful design.
And outside, the lot is described as nearly an acre. It's 0.69 acres. That's a good size. Plus, and this is a big one, all the Energy Star efficient appliances stay. Stove, dishwasher, refrigerator, they're included. It also mentions a porch, nice for relaxing, and then it's well maintained, one owner.
Right, and putting those pieces together. The large lot offers space, privacy, things people really value. The Energy Star appliances. That's direct cost savings for you. Lower energy bills every single month. We're talking potentially hundreds a year. That adds up. And one owner, well-maintained, suggests you can probably move in without a ton of immediate repairs or issues. It's likely turnkey.
Okay, now let's hit those financial points again, because they seem really significant. USDA eligible and closing cost considered. These sound like they could make or break a deal for some buyers. Why are they such a big deal?
This is really where the listing could open doors for certain buyers. USDA eligibility. Well, these loans are for specific rural and suburban areas, and the huge benefit is often zero down payment required if you and the property qualify. That removes a massive barrier to entry for home ownership. Then add closing costs considered. Closing costs are another big chunk of cash you need up front. If the seller is willing to help with those, that combination seriously lowers the amount of money you need out of pocket to buy the home. It makes it much more accessible.
So, wrapping up our deep dive on 57 Derby Lane in Parkton, we've got a 2023 manufactured home, 3 beds, 2 baths. It sits on a nice large lot, almost 0.7 acres. Includes those energy-efficient appliances, which is great. There's that recent price cut suggesting the seller's ready to negotiate. And potentially huge financial advantages with USDA eligibility and help with closing costs. Seems like a compelling package.
It really does. And it leads to a final thought, how does looking closely at a listing like this, a newer manufactured home, with these specific features and, importantly, these financing options like USDA, how does that change how we think about what homeownership can even look like today? What kind of unexpected paths to owning a home might actually be out there for you?